Hi, I'm Katie. Welcome to the 4th episode in my series all about Los Angeles. Today's episode is going to take us out of the heart of Los Angeles and into the Santa Monica Mountains. We're going to go on a very unique hike to Murphy Ranch in the Pacific Palisades. I'll talk a little bit more about the history of Murphy Ranch and why this hike is so unique in a minute, but first let's talk about where to park and where the hike starts. I think there are a few places where you can start this hike, but this one is by far the most popular. I'm standing at the intersection of Capri Drive and Amalfi Drive, and I'll make sure to put up a map and show you. But basically, this hike starts out in this very fancy neighborhood, and there's plenty of street parking. I mean, at least if you get here very early, but make sure that you're not parked somewhere where you need a permit or something. And then we're going to head up Capri Drive, turn left on Casal, and then there's a fire road that we're going to follow into the canyon to start the hike. So we just walked up Capri Drive, and now we hit Casal Road, see this giant house, and you go left to find the Sullivan Fire Road. So at the end of Casal Road, it just sort of turns into dirt, and that is the fire road. So you turn right on the fire road, and you head this way. So we've come up the fire road just a little bit, and I wanted to show you the canyon. Where we are headed is down there in the canyon. So about 1.25 miles up the fire road, there's a pretty extreme set of stairs going down into the canyon, and that's what we're headed to. So before we get too far, let me tell you about Murphy Ranch and why this is such a weird hike. Murphy Ranch was built in the 1930s by a wealthy couple named Winona and Norman Stevens. The compound was built with the idea that it would be self-sustaining. It had a fuel tank, a water tank, a generator, a bomb shelter, among other buildings and bunkers. They built the compound with the idea that it would be a safe place for Nazi sympathizers to hide out and hold out while they waited for America to fall to the Nazis. But obviously that did not happen, and on the day after Pearl Harbor, police swarmed the compound and detained everyone that was there. So after police removed the original occupants of the compound, I read that it became an artists' colony in the 60s and 70s. But it was abandoned again in the 1970s after there was a canyon fire. And after that, it was sort of just left to decay. A lot of the original buildings have been removed by the city of LA, but there's still a few left that we're gonna go explore today. Check out this massive house up on the hill. They have a really epic chair. Like, how many people could you fit in that chair? It's huge. The house. I mean, also the chair, but mostly the house. So after you walk a little way up the Sullivan Fire Road, you come to a yellow gate, and you just keep going straight here. After, you admire the view of the ocean. So the main draws to this hike are, its weird history. There's also a lot of graffiti, as you can see on both the trail and the buildings we're going to see today. So if you're not into abandoned buildings and graffiti, this one might not be for you, but it's pretty interesting. So like I mentioned, there are some very extreme stairs going down into the canyon, and they are right in front of us in this break in the fence here. But if you miss this set of stairs, I read that there's another set straight ahead that you can go down, or you can just keep going on this trail and eventually it winds down into the canyon as well. Wait until you see these things. You can only see the top of them. They go straight down in the canyon. There's quite a few. Okay, so we just made it to the bottom of the stairs. This is where they come out. Got another path here. And to go see the old buildings, we are gonna go left. Got the remains of an old wall. We're getting closer. Okay, so at this fork here, we're gonna keep left. Okay, so we're coming up on the first building, the most intact building, and the most photographed building. The old powerhouse. It's right here around this bend. So we're actually up on top of the old powerhouse right now. You can decide if you want to make that part of your adventure or not, but it's pretty easy to just step up here. Check out the view, all the spray paint art. Looks like there's a few towers back there. Maybe we'll walk back up there and see what that's all about. What do you think, Nick? Fuel tank? Water tank? What kind of tank? Water? It's all caved in on one side. I really want to know how it got caved in like this. It looks like a pop can that someone just grabbed and crushed. Okay, so we just checked out that tower and now we're back at the old powerhouse and we're gonna go check out some structures that are to the right of it, if you're looking at the front of it. So you come up the first little flight of stairs to the right of the powerhouse and you see these cement structures, which I read are remnants of old raised gardens. And that would not have been my first guess, but now looking at it makes sense. So we walked past the old powerhouse on this road, and I think there are the remains of like machine storage buildings or something back here, or at least there used to be. I read that they got rid of some of it, so we're gonna see if there's anything back here. Thought this was a little funny. No graffiti allowed. They're doing really well keeping up with that. I also read that the next project they were gonna do right before they got shut down was to build like a huge millions of dollars mansion down here for people to live in. And they had hired a fancy architect and everything, but that did not happen. So we've come upon the remnants of an old chimney, I think, here. Nick's gonna go check it out. But I'm pretty sure that beyond that, there's not much more back here. The trail sort of ends up here. So I think after we check this out, we're gonna head back towards the powerhouse and then up the stairs. I believe there's another water tank before you get to the main fire road, but that's about all that's left of the buildings down here. Again, back in the day, there were quite a bit more. And I read that there used to be remnants of like machines or a place to store them, but I think that got taken out and that's back where I showed you the sign that said no graffiti. So that's just a concrete slab now. Okay, so we're back to the right of the powerhouse, up the first set of stairs, and we're about to go up the rest of the stairs that lead to a road that leads to the fire road that leads back to the car. Okay, so here's where that second set of stairs comes up. Oh, I'm out of breath. Onto another road where we are going to go left. So as you're coming up the road on the way out, you do end up at a bit of a fork and you want to continue to the right to get back up to the fire road. I suppose you could go left if you wanted to add to your hike, but I'm not sure where that goes, so we're gonna go this way. Okay, so we're back up on the fire road. We just came out of the road right in front of me. This is actually where the gate used to be to get down into the compound. It was pretty ornate. You can still see pictures of it online. So we're walking back up the fire road towards the entrance and where we parked, and there's one more point of interest at the second set of stairs that we did not take down into the canyon. Right down one flight here, there's another tower. So we're gonna take a look at that quick. So this one is not caved in. Also very painted. There's also like a power box and a propane tank here. You think this one was water too?
Probably.
So that's about it for the Murphy Ranch hike. The rest of the hike's pretty much just straight out on the fire road the way we came in. So I'm gonna leave it here and we're gonna head back to the car. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed going on this unique hike with us in the Santa Monica Mountains. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, and check back soon for more videos about Los Angeles. I'll see you next time. Bye.